this is it. This is it. This is my favourite RWS deck. It's absolutely stunning. Hey up, my ducks, welcome back to the Hermit's Cave. How's everybody doing? It's the start of the week. Not sure when you'll be seeing this, probably tomorrow, Tuesday or Wednesday. I forget how many videos I did at the weekend, but there's one going up tonight, which is showing the Seasons of the Witch deck. So, but I wanted to come on because I can't contain my excitement any longer for this deck, and I wanted to get it unwrapped so that I can start using it. So if you've watched my channel, you'll know that if you see these packages, these decks wrapped this way, they're from Deckstiny. So they've sent me 4 decks. I've opened one of them because this is the one that I'm really, really excited about. And this is Aurum. Well, it's called the Ancient Aurum, and it's an RWS deck. And you, I'm not going to say anymore, you know, could this be the best RWS deck? Because whenever I say it, people are like, what? Another one? And when I did Pixie's Pop a few weeks ago, it was more, I was kind of muting the topic of could this be the most beautiful RWS deck? Could it be my favourite? And I knew that this was on its way. Now, normally when mate Horror Number, who sends me the decks from Deckstiny, he used to use FedEx and it'd come super quick, like 5 days or so. And he said, I've changed you know, the shipping company to something called Fast Track or something like that, and it's taken forever. It's taken weeks and weeks, which, you know, is fine. He's got to do whatever is cost, you know, most economic in terms of cost for him. I'm gonna remove that because it gets, these are supposed to be smokeless incense and they're the most smokiest incense sticks. So it doesn't do what it says on the tin. Now, just a little bit before we dive into this. So the Ancient Aurum. Aurum is Latin for gold, as you probably know, and even on, like, is it the periodic table, AU represents gold. And this is a gold RWS. And I've seen pictures of it. I've deliberately not watched any walkthroughs. I don't even know if there are any walkthroughs. But it looks to be absolutely beautiful, and I was really excited about it because I can just see myself working with this. Now, before this came, my favourite decks from Deckstiny was the Retina. It was the Retina Waite-Smith, which there is a silver version as well, which was their 2nd edition, as you can see here. But I carry this with me. I love it so much. And this was gold edged, beautiful metallic gold backs, absolutely stunning. The only difference is that these images are redrawn. They're not Pixie's original artwork, but you can see they're very close. But they're redrawn by Singh Poonfat, who works as part of the Deckstiny team, and they don't use Pixie's calligraphy. And I shared with mate, and I said, I would have loved this if it had got Pixie's font, but I suppose they didn't want to do that with it not being Pixie's artwork per se. So I understood it. Absolutely love it. And then the 2nd edition came out last year. This was my #1 favourite deck of 2023. And then obviously I didn't want to do the same again for the silver one, but it got an honourable mention. exactly the same. The only difference with this one is that it's metallic silver with silver backs. But other than that, but what I love about Deckstiny is their cardstock. It's the nicest cardstock. It's a soft matte. It's really nice. They just shuffle like a dream. Absolutely beautiful cardstock. My favourite of any cardstock that there is, really. And so the reason why I'm so excited is that this looks to be, because they don't have books, the same sort of thickness. So I'm thinking that this is going to have the same cardstock, Pixi's artwork, Pixi's font, but in this gold, metallic gold finish, and little flecks of gold over the images to give it that ancient feel, because this is the ancient Aurum. So I'm going to bring the camera down and we'll have a look at this together. I'm just going to have a cup of sip of my tea before we get going. I've just come home from work. It's lovely now because the days are drawing out, and it's getting dark later. So yeah, it's wonderful. So as you can see, we've got this metallic gold all the way around the edges. Oh, it's beautiful. And it says on the side, the ancient Aurum, 78 RWS tarot, 22 major, 40 minor, 16 quartz. So there's no extra cards in this, you know, like a happy squirrel or anything like that. It's sticking to the RWS. This is number 348 of a limited run of 1,000. There may be a second edition. Very often they do second editions. I think some of the other decks that I've just taken out of the box are second or even third editions. So I think what they do is they'll do a limited print run to see how the decks go, and then they don't just do another 1,000 of exactly the same. They change them in some ways, which is like I just showed you with the Retina Waite Smith. They're giving full credit to Pixie being the artist. So you'll see here, it says the author is Arthur Edward Waite. The artist is Pamela Coleman Smith. The redesign is Singh Poonfat. And as I said, Singh is an incredible artist. A number of his decks that I've got from Deckstiny are by him. Image from the Rider-Waite Tarot deck 1910. So it's not the 1909, although they are using a Roses and Lilies design on the back of the cards. 1910 strictly is the Pam A, and that was the crackleback design. But I know, I can see exactly why they've chosen the Roses and Lilies. When you see the backs, you wouldn't have got the same effect with the crackle. So it's a clamshell box. Oh, it looks beautiful, doesn't it? All their decks now come in this very sturdy, compact two-part box. Oh, look at this. This is just luxury. We have the ancient Aurum. This is the inner tray. We have a gold ribbon and gold metallic on the inside. It's beautiful. These are the what you get on the back of the cards as well. So we'll just pop the box to one side and let's take them out of the bag. So they don't use any bands or anything like that now. They just put them inside this bag to keep the cards safe for transit. And I like that because, as you've seen in a video recently, I had some decks where the plastic, in particular, paper is better, but the plastic bands are so tight that it damaged the edging on the cards. Now this has a lovely matte finish. It is like a kind of gold. It's like a browny gold. Would I preferred metallic? I don't think I would actually, because I think that might have been too much. And I also think that maybe if they do a second edition, Simon said do, they'll perhaps contemplate doing a metallic. But I actually really like that. It's got a nice, beautiful matte finish. These are the backs, and just look at these backs. They are gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So it's kind of like the blood and custard type roses and lilies. So you can see flecks of red in there and the cream colour. And then you've got this metallic gold over the top, which gives it that beautiful effect. This is a lovely chunky deck. The cardstock is exactly the cardstock I hoped it would be, which is really nice. This feels raised a little bit. We've got the certificate here, the Ancient Aurum Tarot, 348 of 1,000, and it's got the author Arthur Edward Waite, artist Pamela Coleman Smith, redesign Singh Poonfat, and Deckstiny is the company behind this version. You tend to get a card that protects the front and the back, which is beautiful. This would make a fantastic bookmark because it's so luxurious. But also I think I might keep it in to protect the cards. Here's the title card and the Ancient Aurum. And then you should have one at the back as well. Usually I thank you for your support maybe, but yeah, so we've got, and this is traditional for old tarot decks. You would get, so for instance, from the old plaid backs, this is a plain, that's been scorched by a flame. This is a plain one that would be front and back in the old kind of blushing fool decks. So yeah, so 2 cards to protect. Is this a thank you? Yeah, here you go. Thanks for your support, which is lovely. I love the hearts, the addition of the hearts here in the gold. This is so beautiful. It's a regular, all their decks are regular tarot sized, as you can see. So a nice size. So we'll put these extra. So you've got the title card, the certificate, and the thank you card. I'll put a link to where you can get these on Etsy as well. But do look in other places because they sell direct and from other places too. So here we go. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it already. Oh, it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So you can see the gold leaf. It gives it that ancient, which is what obviously they were going for. But with having that gold as well, not only is it gives it that kind of old ancient feel, it just feels like a little bit of luxury as well, doesn't it? So, I mean, you don't need me to show, or talk about, I should say, the RWS, because everybody knows the RWS. And it is the 1910 version of the RWS. But just look how beautiful they are. I wonder if I can move the light a bit just to give it a little bit, so you can see the gold a little bit better. Stunning. Oh, just look at that. And I'm reminded of a deck, is it Universal, where they did one that had gold bits on it. But unfortunately, all the gold flaked off, and I don't think that will happen on this. If I just did that on that deck, there'll be all gold all over my fingers. Yeah, the cardstock is beautiful. It's really nice matte cardstock. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Oh, look at the Hermit. This is it. This is it. This is This is my favourite RWS deck. It's absolutely stunning. I know, I know I've said that before, but what is there not to love about a Pame that's gold, that has this beautiful gold on it? Just look. Ah, the star card. Oh, wow. I wish, I know it's not possible, maybe one day in the future, but I wish that you could feel these cards as you're watching this. I don't know how much this is retailing for, but there will be a link obviously in the description, but it's quality. Oh, wow. This is everything I hoped it would be. I mean, look at that. How beautiful is that? Stunning. And to the naked eye as well, the gold stands out more than it is doing on camera, because I'm looking between the two and it's just perfect. It's perfection. I don't have to edge this or trim it. It's an RWS without any copyright on the cards. It's in the nicest cardstock imaginable. These guys over at Deckstiny are geniuses. The things they think of. Don't get me wrong, not all of their decks, I'll review them. You know, I'm not too much into the cutesy type that they do as well, but any that's RWS that they've done, even the Shuffle Tarot, which was I think their first deck, I really enjoyed. It brought a different perspective, and their wide angle and panoramic RWSs were brilliant. If you are in the Hermit's Cave Facebook group, the card of the week, Six of Pentacles, that I shared, I used the wide angle then as well. I love how the spillage, it almost looks like golden blood here at the bottom, but less where you know, to emphasize that dark black sky. It's just around the edges on the border and at the bottom. Oh, this is just beautiful. I feel so lucky to have been sent this. Sometimes I feel like I'm picking two cards up because the cardstock is that nice. Yeah, so this is our card of the week in the Hermit's Cave. So there we are. That's the Ancient Aurum Tarot by Deckstiny. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. And yes, it's instantly become my favourite RWS deck. Absolutely, without question. Thank you for watching. I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decks to do walkthroughs of for Cheryl at Wondrous Emporium, and another 3 from Deckstiny, and another 1 that arrived today from the Serpent and Moon, Libra Moon. So I'm gonna have to intersperse them so that there's not one person waiting days for their decks to be shown. So it's how it happens sometimes. Sometimes I get a load of decks at once, and other times there's a bit of a drought for a few weeks, but that's fine. I'll space them out, and this will go up tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know your thoughts on this deck. I'm never going to say again, I don't think, that this is now my favourite RWS, because this one really is, unless they bring out a second version. But I'm not quite sure how they can improve on that, but we will see. Thanks for watching, everyone, and until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.